Good evening and welcome to State of Business, our television's primetime business news bulletin. I'm Adusha Palakumar. Let's take a look at the headlines first. Japanese and Sri Lankan leaders agree to strengthen ties. National Public-Private Dialogue on Digitalization held today. Now the stories in detail. President Maithripala Sirisena, who is on a 5-day official visit to Japan, joined a special banquet hosted by the Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe yesterday. During the meeting, the Japanese Prime Minister stated that the Japan-Sri Lanka friendship that was strengthened at the San Francisco conference has moved forward with a new phase under the leadership of President Maithripala Sirisena. Expressing his views, President Sirisena said that the two countries have agreed to further strengthen the investment and cooperation programs between Japan and Sri Lanka during the meetings held recently between the two countries. President Sirisena further stated that Japan has always been a close friend of Sri Lanka and it is expected to broaden these ties in every possible field. The Japanese Prime Minister also used this occasion to offer good wishes for the 70th National Independence Anniversary of Sri Lanka. The Consumer Affairs Authority and the International Trade Center organized a national public-private dialogue on making the digital marketplace fairer, in line with the World Consumer Rights Day 2018 celebrations. The event was facilitated this morning by Dr. Michael Geist, an ITC expert with global experience in e-commerce.
The National Public-Private Dialogue proposed by the Consumer Affairs Authority is being held within the framework of the EU-Sri Lanka Trade-Related Assistance Project. The International Trade Center is a lead implementing agency of this project in collaboration with the Government of Sri Lanka. Regulatory agencies, policymakers in the ICT sectors and digital commerce consumers are set to present their views and proposals under different perspectives at this two-day forum. The event will conclude with a brainstorming session amongst the experts to identify key legislative and regulatory priorities for establishing a modernized consumer e-commerce legislative framework with due regard to international trade.
Sri Lanka just entered into a free trade agreement with Singapore. The full text of that agreement has yet to be released, but certainly I and I think many others noted with interest the discussion and the press releases around that agreement that now includes a specific chapter on digital trade and electronic commerce. And while we don't have the full text of the agreement, on the supposition that it largely follows similar frameworks in other trade agreements, for example, the Trans-Pacific Partnership that includes many countries from the general region, it's going to have a profound impact both on what the frameworks may look like as well as some of the restrictions from a regulatory perspective. And we'll have a chance to get to that as well.
Addressing the National Public-Private Dialogue, Minister of Industry and Commerce Rishad Badiuddin made the following remarks regarding the e-commerce industry of Sri Lanka.
Last year, global retail e-commerce sales reached $2.29 trillion. This is almost 10% of overall global consumer retail sales in the same year, which was $22 trillion. According to IBM, global e-commerce is growing in a very big way, and about 38% of e-commerce conversions are coming through Facebook. IBM also says that increasing app download to smartphones are another major driver of growth in retail e-commerce. Not only social media referrals to e-commerce is 5%. Globally, such social media-based commerce accounts for 5% of all online retail spending too.
Let's take a look at more news after this break. Welcome back. Issuing a statement, the Department of Census and Statistics stated that the index of industrial production has increased by 4.3% in the month of January 2018 compared to January 2017. The IIP reported for the month of January in 2018 and 2017 were 108.9 and 104.4 respectively. In terms of manufacturing industries, 11 out of 20 industry groups have shown positive growth in volume of production. The industry groups manufacture of coke and refined petroleum products, manufacture of fabricated metal products, and manufacture of machinery and equipment have shown remarkable increases of 38.4%, 24.4% and 16.7% respectively in their volume of production during the month of January 2018 compared to the same month in 2017. The volumes of basic metal products and food products have increased by 11.2% and 3.5% respectively. Meanwhile, manufacture of basic pharmaceutical products, manufacture of furniture, manufacture of paper and paper products have reported negative growth rates of 22.2%, 21.1% and 18.8% respectively. Farms Pride Private Limited, mother company of Crisbro, officially launched its newest project Crisbro Next Campus in Colombo last evening.
The project aims at discovering and rewarding talented young sportspersons in schools around the country. Moreover, the participants will have the opportunity of learning from veterans of the field, and they will be provided guidance on necessary physical and dieting requirements.
We have come a long journey, and within these 47 years, we would really want to give back to the community. And it was then this concept that was developed and designed that we would want to uplift the sportsman and sports itself in Sri Lanka. So we are looking at it at a national level. What we really want to do is not get into a sponsorship, but we want to build up a concept, and it's not a concept of a sponsorship for a period of 1 year, 6 months, 2 years, 3 years. It's an ongoing effort. So this ongoing effort and the success of this will definitely be looked at from the success of what we are really trying to do. Very humbly, we are not looking at this program or we are not looking at a certain brand build, but we really want to participate and we really want to pick up the talent, especially the young talent, nurture them, and we want to bring in a method of how we can support this talent for them to perform at the national level and most importantly to perform at the international level and eventually bring glory to our motherland.
Let's take a look at the stocks after this short break. Welcome back. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on a mixed note today. The all-share price index dropped 18.49 points to close at 6,500.99. And the S&P SL 20 gained 0.83 points to close at 3,666.35. The turnover was 806.1 million rupees and 14.7 million shares were traded. Up next is Forex rates. With that, we are wrapping up State of Business for the day. We'll meet you tomorrow at the same time with more latest news. Until then, take care. Good night.